Hello everyone and namaskar. This is Dr. Sudarshan Sambhajirao Pedge, Assistant Professor Department of Zoology, Kalasasharasika Mahadira Devne, your zoology companion, and welcome to my first lecture for BSc TY students. So today we will focus on Introduction to Ecosystem, and in that components of an ecosystem we will study. In the components of an ecosystem, abiotic components as well as biotic components, we will study in this lecture. So let's get started today's lecture. First of all, I close this window because this window is interrupted to our lecture. Introduction to ecosystem. First of all, what is meant by ecosystem? Ecosystem is a basic functional ecological unit. Okay, basic functional ecological unit means ecosystem. Okay, this is the common definition of ecosystem. Okay, it consists of living organism and non-living substances. Okay, it means it consists abiotic factor as well as biotic factor, or abiotic component as well as biotic component. Okay, that collectively we call as ecosystem. Okay, is it ecosystem is interacting system? Yes, of course, ecosystem is a interacting system. Why? Because these biotic and abiotic factors are interact and to produce exchange of material between living and non-living factors. Okay, that we call it as, that is the ecosystem is the interacting system. Okay, and this ecosystem is firstly proposed by A.G. Tansley in 1935. Okay, and they have derived two words, namely eco means environment and system means complex coordinated unit. But the famous definition of Odom in 1971, they have stated that ecosystem is the basic fundamental unit of ecology, which include both the organism and non-living environment, each influencing the properties of the other, and each is necessary for the maintenance of life. Okay, they have stated that means any type of organism as well as non-living substance, it is important in the ecosystem. Why? Because it affects on other. Okay, if it is a one is increases as well as it is a decreases, okay, that will be affect on the another factors. Okay, next is the components of an ecosystem. There are two components of an ecosystem. First one is the abiotic component and second one is the biotic component. In the abiotic components means the all non-living substances of the environment is called as abiotic components. Okay, for example, light, temperature, water, soil, air, minerals, climate, pressure, etc. Okay, these are the abiotic component. What is meant by the abiotic components? All non-living substances of the environment called abiotic components. Okay, another next one is the biotic components. All living organism of the environment called biotic components. Okay, for example, plants, animals, bacteria, viruses, etc. Okay, in that we will study in the next as well as this period or this lecture three main components of biotic system components in ecosystem, that is the producer, consumer and decomposer. Okay, so firstly we focus on abiotic components. Okay, In the abiotic components, firstly focus on light. Okay, we know very well light is the most important and indispensable physicochemical as well as abiotic as well as ecological factor. Okay, we know very well without light, without light which life cannot exist. Okay, without light which can life cannot exist. Okay, and that term is called as environmental triggers. Okay, as well as you know very well the source of light. Okay, that is the sun, moon, stars, lightning, volcanoes, and bioluminescent organisms. These are the sources of light. But major source of light is sun. Why? Because sun is from various types of electromagnetic waves, right? Which electromagnetic waves sun form? It is the cosmic rays, gamma rays, visible lights, infrared rays, radar waves, radio waves, ultraviolet rays, etc. Okay, these rays as well as waves will be formed by the sun. Okay, but in the visible light, infrared rays and ultraviolet rays are biologically significant. Okay, this is the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, in that you have seen sun form various types of rays and waves. Okay, cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared as well as heat waves, spark discharge, radar wave, radio waves, okay, and slow electromagnetic. Okay, that is the these are the various types of waves that will be formed from the sun. Okay, and this is the visible spectrum is there in that the visible light. Okay, we know very well Vibgor. Okay, the color of the spectrum has a particular wavelength. Okay, you have seen in the upper side the 390 nanometer nm means nanometer wavelength is the violet color. Okay, and red color in at the bottom. Okay, that is the 700 nanometer. Okay, it means that is the each color of the spectrum has a particular wavelength, with lower is the violet color and the higher in the red color. Okay, this is the wavelength, okay, of the and of the visible spectrum. Sorry, light is a form of energy. That form of energy is called as radiant energy. Okay, light is a form of energy called radiant energy. The main source of energy for ecosystem is the light energy. Okay, the main and important source of ecosystem energy source, it is called light. Okay, and light energy is derived from the sun, right? The amount of solar radiation reaching the surface of the earth is 2 calories per square centimeter per minute. Okay, it is more or less constant and is called solar constant or solar flux. Okay, this is for your extra information. Okay, next, biological effects of light. Okay, how many biological effect of light? There are so many types. Okay, metabolism, mutation, photoreactivation, pigmentation, protective coloration, color changes, vision, reproduction, parthenogenesis, development, locomotion and movement, photoperiodism, and diurnal migration. Okay, so see one by one the effect of light on metabolism. Is it effect on metabolism? Yes, of course. The intensity of light influences metabolic rate in animals. Means increased intensity of light result in a increased enzyme activity. Okay, that is we called it as that is the effect of metabolism. Okay, at high intensity the rate of respiration is increases. Okay, that we call it as effect of metabolism. Okay, another next one is the effect of light on mutation, right? Ultraviolet light induces gene mutations. Okay, ultraviolet light induces gene mutation. Ultraviolet light is a disrupt the thymine base of DNA molecules. Okay, disrupt the thymine base of DNA molecule when DNA is exposed to UV light, means ultraviolet light. Okay, two molecules of thymine get connected to give rise to thymine dimer. Okay, this will affect the DNA helix and DNA replication. Okay, that's it will be it leads to the mutation. Okay, mutation it will be occur means thymine plus thymine, two molecules of thymine get connected and form thymine dimer and formation of formation of thymine dimer, that is the mutation. Okay, another next one is the photoreactivation. The UV light damages the DNA molecule by producing thymine dimers, but when the damaged DNA molecule is exposed to visible light, the damage is reversed. Okay, this phenomenon is called photoreactivation. Okay, in the second effect, that is the we have seen the UV light damage the DNA molecule of producing thymine dimers. Okay, but in that damaged DNA molecule is exposed to visible light and the damage is reversed. This phenomena is called photoreactivation. Okay, another next one is the pigmentation. Okay, we know very well the effects of light on pigments. Okay, light induces photochemical reaction resulting in the formation of color pigments called melanophores. Okay, the absence of light results in the absence of color. Okay, we know very well we are going to the higher intensity of light. That time our skin color is totally dark. The photochemical reaction resulting in the formation of color pigments, okay, called melanophores. Okay, it means that is a melanin pigment is induced or produced much more amount of color or darker. That's why our skin is very much darker in the summer season. Okay, or high intensity of light. Okay, another next is the biological effect on protective coloration. In that, protective coloration is a phenomenon when animals develop different color patterns. Okay, when animals develop different color patterns at the time कॉन्सेल. ओके, कॉन्सेल मीन्स इन मराठी लपणे. लपण्यासाठी एक कलर डेव्हलप करतात कोण, ॲनिमल्स. ओके, दॅट इज द that is called protective coloration. Okay, it means effects on particular pigment, and that time that animals develop a particular color for concealment. Okay, another next is the color changes. Okay, we know very well some animals have the ability to change their color, right, according to the intensity of light. Okay, light entering the eyes affects melanophores. Okay, more light cause the expansion of the pigment resulting in dark color. Okay, similar in our pigments also. Okay, there is a melanated pigments. Okay, similar fashion color it will be changes with the help of or with the effect of light. Okay, another next is the effect of light on vision. Vision is an important physiological activity that helps to locate the objects in the environment. Okay, we know very well it requires very very much amount of light. Okay, so animals develop different kinds of structures to protective light. Okay, that is the that include that is the eye spots in protozoa, ocelus in millipedes, centipedes. Okay, ocelus, as well as compound eyes in crustaceans and insects. Okay, these are the vision for animals. Okay, in vision is an important physiological activity. Okay, another next one is the reproduction. Okay, in a great variety of animals, reproduction is influenced by light. Okay, for example, Nereis swarming occurs during full moon days. Okay, Nereis without light they cannot do reproduction. Okay. Next is the parthenogenesis. Okay, we know very well sea urchin egg is exposed in the ultraviolet light. It will be the development without fertilization. Okay, it means parthenogenesis is occur. Okay, means it means the effects of light on parthenogenesis also. Okay, another next one is the development. The development of the some larvae, that is the salmon fish larvae. Okay, will be normally, okay, when there is a sufficient light, but when light is absent or deficient, okay, mortality will be occur. Okay, that is the effect of development. Okay, or effect of light on development. Okay, another that is the locomotion and movement. That is the effect of locomotion and movement. We know very well light has a tremendous influence on the locomotion and movement of animals. The influence of light on the movement of animals, okay, can be divided into four categories. Okay, we know very well is a photokinesis, phototropism, phototaxis, as well as teleotaxis. Photokinesis means is a phenomenon that is the speed or velocity of locomotion is influenced by light. Okay, that is called as photokinesis. Okay, another next to the phototaxis. Phototaxis means the one particular phenomenon that direction of movement is influenced by light. Okay, that is called as phototaxis. Another next third is the phototropism. It is the particular phenomenon in that organism moves in a response to light. Okay, that is called as phototropism. And last fourth is the teleotaxis, in that the movement of males towards the flash of females is called as teleotaxis. Okay, that is the effect of light. Okay, that is the effect of light on locomotion and movement. Okay, another next one is the photoperiodism. Okay, the response of animals to the length of the day is called photoperiodism. What is meant by the photoperiodism? The response of animals to the length of the day is called photoperiodism. Okay. Okay. Next, another and last, there is the effect of light is the diurnal migration. In the diurnal migration, we know very well the some planktons will be present in the ponds as well as rivers. Okay, that plankton, it will be found early in the morning at a the surface level. Okay, and uh, they have gone the deep at the time of evening. Why? Because that is the cyclical daily movement. We call it as that is a cyclical daily movement, and that cyclical daily movement is called a diurnal migration. Okay, we will focus on ecosystem, introduction to ecosystem. So I repeat it once again. Okay, first of all, we have seen that is the definition of ecosystem. That is the basic functional ecological unit called the ecosystem, as well as we have seen today the definition of ecosystem by Odom in 1971. Okay, as well as in the next slide we also seen abiotic components and biotic components. Okay, in the abiotic components, light, temperature, soil, air, minerals, climate, pressure. Okay, as per our syllabus, today we will focus on light, abiotic component. Another, that is the biotic components, the producer, consumers, and decomposer. We will see later on. Okay, in that light, we know very well that is the light is an important source. It is a indispensable source. Okay, and as well as source of light we have seen today, and various types of electromagnetic waves, and what type of electromagnetic waves is biologically important we have seen today. So as well as another, that is the rays of, as well as last is the biological effects of light. Okay, what is the effect of light on metabolism, mutation, photo reactivation, and any other concepts. Okay, so thank you all. Remaining part we will see later on. Thank you very much.